Dark Horse Tactical here with another quick weapon review. This is the Dagger 9mm by Palmetto State Armory. This one was ordered in FDE with the optics cut, suppressor height sights, and the threaded barrel option. The Dagger made waves in the firearm industry whenever it was announced at SHOT Show 2020, and there have been a handful of good reviews for the base model, but not one with these options. The Dagger is a Gen 3 Glock 19 clone, and yes, it makes a difference for those faithful to the brand. A glass-filled polymer lower with stainless steel internals. PSA has modified the trigger group to create a hinged version akin to the M&P series, but the trigger group footprint is interchangeable with Glock stock. It ships factory with one standard mag pull 15-round mag, which means only one thing to me, and that's all my stock Glock mags fit also. The optics ready version ships without the block plate installed, which I appreciated. Some companies put way too much pressure on these bolts to ensure that it doesn't come flying off, and because of this, Murphy usually shows up to round off the bolt heads, leaving you at the mercy of a gunsmith. Their thoughtfulness doesn't end there. PSA chose to utilize the RMR footprint for this pistol, which at this point is almost as popular as the Holosun series of sights, which also run that pattern. The canvas case and Velcro attachments feel put together in this useful package. It comes with a standard paperwork and obligatory lock, which I set aside to make room for the second generation 4.5 CGS Mod 9 SK that I'll be testing along the Dagger, and it fit perfectly in its place. In the hand, this pistol feels very much improved over the Gen 3 stippling pattern. If I had to describe the fit, I would equate it to a soft sandpaper feel, similar to the RTF2 pattern once it was worn in, real consistent. When you apply the right amount of pressure, it's locked in, no question. And it also doesn't give you second-degree road rash when you carry it inside the waistband for more than 5 minutes. Fresh out of the box, the trigger was pretty gritty, but a couple of dry fire manipulations and it smoothed out quickly, giving a moderate amount of creep, but a clean break and impressive tactile reset. Breakdown procedure is identical to what you're familiar with, making sure that the weapon is clear and pointed in a safe direction to press the trigger. Release the pressure, holding the slide lock lever in place, and separate the lower from the upper. Comes with a stainless steel reel coil spring as standard, which is an improvement by anybody's standards. And as you can see here, at first glance, the internals look situated the same as a factory Glock. Taking a closer look, you can see that aside from some frame thickness variations, the main part that jumps out at you is the construction of the front locking block. The Dagger on the right, compared to the factory Gen 319, you can see that the Dagger utilizes a one-piece construction, which is pinned at the front and the back, which should offer an improvement in overall accuracy. But let's find out. With a cold bore, fresh out of the case with 0 modifications, I fired a slow 5 rounds, center of mass, from the 3-yard line, and I was able to stack them at that distance, which was a pleasant surprise. Thanks again to my lovely wife for showing up and helping me film these portions. Next, moving back to the 5-yard line, I then fired a slow 6 rounds in the face and was able to stack 5 out of the next 6. Again, I'll take that all day. So we know it's accurate and reliable when we take it slow. So next, I ran 2 full mags, 34 rounds, about as quickly as I could run the trigger and maintain effective accuracy. Okay. You'll see here, obviously the grouping expanded, but every round fired and ejected consistently, and I think that with a tuned aftermarket trigger, shot groupings would tighten considerably. After that, I wanted to do another slow aimed fire to check accuracy now that the metals have all gotten up to operating temperatures. So firing below center of mass at this little pink pasty there, I put 6 more rounds downrange at the 3-yard line. After jerking the trigger on that first round, I sent the next 5 through the same hole. But what happens whenever you add a suppressor to the mix? Well, I'm glad you asked. With the CGS Mod 19 SK silencer attached, I fired 15 rounds at that same pasty. And all that I was able to accomplish was the widening of the same hole that I was using before. I'm pretty impressed with that level of accuracy through a suppressed firearm. So Again, that's kind of the down and dirty of the PSA Dagger. If you'd like to see more reviews of gear and other self-defense content from the Patriots here at Dark Horse Tactical, like, follow, and share.